Hello. We describe here a pure play cyber attack scenario. In this scenario, a hostile organization has launched a cyber attack against our ecosystem habitat. The scenario illustrates our autonomic response. The attack has been detected by the security application agents that are monitoring the boundary. These autonomic agents have picked up anomalous behavior patterns in the systems they are monitoring. They have established that a number of their systems are now infected by a cyber intruder. In this scenario, it is a worm that has yet to unleash its payload. At this point, a number of things are happening in quasi-real time. The monitoring agents have updated the knowledge agent so that now all other virtual agent communities within the habitat have situational awareness that an attack is in progress and have the identification of the threat. The autonomic defense mechanism to this form of attack is led by one of the virtual agent communities, the evil agents. These are mobile security agents that can move rapidly around the distributed environment, their goal being to locate and eliminate all identified threats to their habitat. Depending on the distribution of the worm across the cyber habitat, the evil agents will either operate individually or as a swarm. In any system where the worm is suspected, the evil agents will co-opt control of the operational management from the resident autonomic agent of that system. It will then determine the optimal killing sequence to locate, analyze, and destroy the worm without damaging the whole system. However, the evil agents do not stop at the destruction of the worm. Assuming an appropriate legal framework is in place, their goal is the elimination of the threat actors themselves, which of course are the entities that launched the worm attack. If their analysis of the worm and its behavior, and other forensics related to its arrival, establishes with confidence the source location of the worm, then the evil agents will scan the target nodes for vulnerabilities, and attempt to transfer over the internet, or whatever network path was used by the worm, into the infrastructure of the adversary. In this scenario, we assume that the adversary that launched the worm has some protection, such as firewalls and antivirus, but no autonomic cyber defense mechanism of its own. Using their knowledge of its vulnerabilities, once through those defenses, our evil agents will distribute themselves rapidly around the infrastructure of the hostile organization, identifying critical platforms, power sources, and applications. Each of the evil agents that infiltrates in this way will attempt to identify any known executable files, and then embed themselves in that code, so as to covertly take over those critical platforms. At this point we are about 120 seconds into the scenario. The autonomic response has not only eliminated the worm infestation from its home environment, but has now infiltrated, and is in a position to inflict significant damage to the aggressor organization. The evil agents would also during this period have alerted the human owners of their habitat to the attack, and informed them of the situation. Once embedded in the aggressor organization, they would request permission to execute the final phase of their counterattack. Although, given an appropriate covering legal framework, there is no reason why the final phase could not also be completed without human intervention and the associated delay. For example, as would likely be the case in an interstate cyber warfare context. The interesting thing to note here is that the response times to such cyber attacks and counterattacks will need to be very fast. If humans try and manually control the defense of an organization's cyber infrastructure against an invading swarm of autonomic agents, they will find that the game is over before they know what has hit them. The only effective defense against an autonomic agent attack is an autonomic agent immune response. To find out more about autonomic cyber warfare, talk with me, Louise Cypher, on evilradio.com. Okay, goodbye for now.